Ladies and gentlemen, we call upon us, the Prime Minister of the State of Israel, His Excellency Benjamin Netanyahu, Mrs. Sarah Netanyahu, and Mr. Aduardo Bולסונארו.
My good friend Aduardo Bולסונארו, the chairman of the International Affairs and National Defense Committee of Brazil, Sergio Segovia, and your entire delegation who is here today, ambassadors from Brazil to Israel and from Israel to Brazil, Yossi Shelley, Shalom, and your wife. It's a pleasure to see all of you. This is an auspicious time because the opening of the APEX office here in Jerusalem is part of something that we had agreed upon in the formation of the relations between, the tightening of relations between Israel and Brazil, and here it's happening today as part of President Bolsonaro's commitment to open an embassy in Jerusalem next year. As we say, Be'ezrat Hashem. That's with the help of God. This is coming also for two reasons at an important time. The first is that I'm happy to report to you that we have made rapid advances and important advances in our ability to cut travel time between Brazil and Israel, and we will soon be able to fly across Africa. So we can cut down the time, Eduardo, for this visit by several hours. And this is very good news, both for tourism, but also for the vital exchange of business people, entrepreneurs, technologists. This is critical. The APEX office can help, I think, Brazil and Israel realize the potential of cooperation between us. Israel is perhaps the most dynamic innovation nation in the world. This is not what I say, but many others who are saying it. The markets are saying it. We have an explosion of ingenuity here. Brazil has an unbelievable potential with its vast size, its diverse population, its universities, the talents of its people. And we think that if we merge the great potentials that our two countries have, we can benefit each other unbelievably. And this office, APEX, will be actually the spearhead of this vital development, because the future belongs to those who innovate. And we are both eager to seize the future, so we can do it better together. And this is the first point. The second point is I want to say how much I appreciate President Bolsonaro's stance in supporting Israel in international forums. I think that, thank you. There's much to applaud, because President Bolsonaro immediately changed policy and he said, we stand with Israel. We stand with the truth. So we stand here in Israel with Brazil because we stand with the truth. And we are supporting Brazil in every way that we can, including in the support for the dam tragedy that happened, and then the fires in the Amazon. Israel was there, and Israel will always be there for the people of Brazil and for our common friendship. I think that one of the things that I will always remember, and my wife Sarah will remember with me, is this extraordinary visit to Brazil during President Bolsonaro's inauguration. We came and were so deeply impressed with not only with his friendship and your friendship, Eduardo, and so many others in your government and in the Congress, but also in the friendship of the people. We went down to walk in, in the beaches of Copacabana. I played soccer with Brazilians. I have to say I'm not as good as Pelé. I used to be. But I have to say that the friendship was unbelievable, and we saw this everywhere. Everywhere we went, including in the inauguration itself in Brasilia, where, crowds were cheering for President Bolsonaro, but those same crowds cheered the Prime Minister of Israel. And it was very moving for us, because we cherish our friends, And we have no better friends than the people and the government of Brazil. And I want you to know that you have no better friends than the people and the government of Israel. So welcome, friend, and let's all celebrate in this new opening. This is a great day for our friendship. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I became a friend of Israel. And with instructions, or maybe teachings of Yossi Shelley, started to defend the Israeli position inside of the Congress. There is a video that I subtitled by myself for English to show a little bit how things works on the other side of the world. And sometimes they blame you for everything, everything. And it's incredible. Like, I don't know any other army in the world where you tell your enemies that you are going to attack him. This is like unbelievable. And it's still like that. They still blame you that you are torturing or that you are confusing, creating some kind of disturbance in the region. Then we have to show it to everybody. For sure, more and more people will agree and stand for Israel if we do this in a good way. Going a little bit ahead, for sure, Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu, we will be together fighting back against terrorist group. If we do not move the embassy to Jerusalem, if the terrorists think that they can threat us, it will be a shame on us. I mean, if you want to avoid a terrorist attack, you have to show power. You have to show that you don't care about what they are going to do. Who commands your country is your authorities, not a terrorist groups. That's why I think sooner or later we are going to recognize Hezbollah as a terrorist group. Especially even after what they made in Argentina, our brothers Argentinians in 92 and 94. And for sure they have a lot of activity in my country, laundering money, doing other crimes, and a lot of concentration in the south of Brazil. It's not a surprise for no one that you have a lot of suspects in the triple border between Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay. And they are fully, totally inside of Venezuela, with the number 2 of the Maduro dictatorship system. Tarek al-Saimi is not a surprise to anyone else here. And also with a lot of suspect that they are illegally mining gold in Venezuela. So for sure, if the terrorists are acting globally, we should fight back globally too. And I finish here, bring some, not that much news, but a news. I was with the President Jair Bolsonaro on phone before coming here, even before the FaceTime that we just made here, Benjamin Netanyahu. And he told me that for sure is a commitment. He's going to move the embassy to Jerusalem. He's going to do that. We are studying, we are carefully, because we don't want to do as other countries made, that is step back. We want to do a movement to Jerusalem, not only for Brazil, but to be an example to the rest of the Latin America. And Brazil is half of South America when you talk about population and territory. So if we do this movement in a smart way, for sure, other countries will be comfortable to do the same. And this is what we expect. And finishing it, this short speech, I don't know if you have seen YouTube videos, Mr. Segovia, when the president, at that time, Congressman Jair Bolsonaro was arriving around Brazil in many, many, many airports. If you have the chance, go on YouTube and watch it. The crowd, like thousands of people, waiting for Jair Bolsonaro with 2 flags, the Brazilian flag and the Israeli flag. It shows a lot the support of the Christians of Brazil, and especially the evangelicals, what they expect from us, what they want for us. And they also stand together for their brothers, which are the Jewish here in Israel. So that's also why I'm sure that President Jair Bolsonaro will move the embassy to Jerusalem, and it will be really a great day. And yes, as you have in the Bible, I talked with my shipper before I come here, the shipper who married me in May. See, Sarah, now I'm a serious man. Please clap. She's watching me. Yeah. No, Silas Malafaia made my father. Shipper Pedrão made my wedding. And I was talking to him about Jerusalem. And he was in a very quick conversation by WhatsApp, he told me something that I didn't know, that you have over than 650 times the name Jerusalem, only in the Old Testament. Is the holy book that you most see in this connection between the Jewish people and the land and the territory of Israel nowadays. Even the King David, he bought this land. It is the only one document about selling and buying document that you have in the whole Bible about someone buying a land. So you have political arguments, you have historic arguments, you have a bunch of arguments to recognize that Jerusalem is your capital. So we are not going to make something that extraordinary. We are only going to do the normal thing, is recognize the capital, your capital, as you say. In Brazil, you say the capital is Brasilia, so you do recognize the capital of Brazil is Brasilia. So we are going to do the same, because we do believe that who bless Israel will be blessed, and who curse Israel will be cursed. Thank you very much. Toda rabá.
We respect and appreciate President Bolsonaro's commitment, first to open this office, which was something we decided on his visit here about a year ago, and his commitment to open a full-fledged embassy in Jerusalem, something we know that will serve the interest of Brazil and Israel. Israel is in the midst of an economic revolution. So is the world. And Israel is perhaps the preeminent innovation nation in the world. And Brazil has tremendous possibilities. President Bolsonaro recognizes this. I recognize this. And we had Edoardo Bolsonaro speaking about it very eloquently, may I say in English? Yes. Made an English speech. So I think this is an opportunity to realize this potential for the benefit of our peoples. And as I said, we're also going to have a direct flight across Africa from Brazil to Israel. So this will narrow the time for Israelis to visit Brazil and Brazilians to visit Israelis, and we are waiting for it.
And do you expect that the embassy will be here next year?
Yes, I hope so. We have a saying in Jewish tradition, next year in Jerusalem. So now I say, next year it's a Brazilian embassy in Jerusalem.
Okay.
Next year in Jerusalem.
Thank you.